Hey, what is going on, guys? Show the Turbo here, and welcome back to me being naked, but my fro is coming in. Don't worry, face cam's coming back. I just want to go ahead and let you guys see for a moment that, yeah, we are butt naked. I have lost all my stuff. So previously, what ended up happening was we were doing some stuff off camera. We were doing it on stream, but not like on for YouTube episodes. And I tried to make a chute with which you could drop the metal in, and then the metal would kind of get trapped in a chute. It would fall straight down, and then with that chute there, it would help making the gathering process of metal all that much faster, all that much easier. I thought it was a good plan, but it turns out it's also significantly harder than I thought it would be, which is fine. And things like that happen, and I get it. But what also happened was for whatever reason, and I guess I kind of deserve it, honestly. But I built this giant not wooden, thatch chute up here, and then I broke the base, right? And this I did on purpose because I was like, okay, I'm gonna break the base. It's gonna all come crashing down, and I'm not gonna have to worry about the chute. It's just gonna be gone, and it's gonna be great because I'm gonna be able to just kind of proceed onward and not have to worry about it. I thought we were golden. About minute later, the entire thing went to absolute crap. So I run the world off of my machine, which is probably not the best idea, and we may have to migrate, but for the time being we're still on my machine. And as part of being on my machine, it also came with an additional issue of if I run out of resources on my computer to run it, it goes into protection mode basically, and yeah, basically I got killed because it rolled me back to a point where I was on my mounts and I fell from a large distance, and this wasn't like, happy wonderland. It was bad. It was a bad part of town, but I wasn't there doing anything like super shady, I promise. I was just out there trying to gather some I was trying to get a stego, I think. And so I just went out to go get a stego, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be, not that bad. I'm just gonna go get a stego, and it's gonna be whatever. And I was wrong. I was oh so very wrong. I'm gonna make flak because that sounds way better to me right now. Might as well upgrade. Might as well get something out of having done a dum-dum or whatever you want to call it. But yep, so that is what happened with me. Unfortunate, for sure. Definitely not what I wanted to do in terms of wanted to, not be dead. But it happens. World will continue spinning, and we will figure it out. So let me let that all cook up. I'm going to go ahead and grab some more metal. But effectively, and Ashley also had the same problem. We recovered her I think she did end up dying too, but she recovered her stuff. My stuff is gone. I don't know where it is. But we didn't have anything really of particular value on us at the time. So I'm not stressed about the random odds and ends of junk that we've lost. I'm not going to be too stressed about it, but we do need to rekit, so I'm going to rekit from the start here. Today what I'm going to be doing is I am on a mission to do some base building. However, it is not your regular mission for base building. It is going to be a functional change in base building, and I'm not 100% sure how this is going to go down, but one of the big item today, the very big, major thing that we're going to try to accomplish, if we can, is I'm going to try to obtain for myself. Let me do this real quick. I don't know why, but I can't talk while doing this particular activity. I don't know why. I'm just not built that way. But the major thing is that I want to find for myself plant species X. And for those of you who don't know what plant species X is, it's like a plant turret, for lack of a better way to put it. And the plant turret's awesome. Plant turret, it requires fertilizer, basically. In exchange for fertilizer, it actually does a big solid for you, which is it shoots things, and it slows them as it makes the impact with a shot. Now, it can miss, although admittedly I don't know if I've ever seen it really miss on AI, because AI doesn't really, stray for anything. It just kind of gets shot. So I don't know how challenging of a time we're in for it, but I don't think it's going to be all too bad. I do think it's going to be relatively straightforward and not too harsh on us, or so I hope. I don't know. I hope it's not too harsh on us, but I have no way of knowing for sure. Navigation, GPS, cool. So I'm just rekitting, getting all this stuff back in here. I'm going to need to get another spyglass, which I don't even know what I need for it. I just need 2 crystal. We can swing that, I think. Alright, so craft that up, and I think actually that's about it. We're all rekitted, more or less, and I think we're just about ready to go. Now, we do have some fertilizer that's coming about. We have some middlings here. We still have a fair bit of growth left to go here. Oh, it's in growthling mode. I think we just watched it grow. Neat. And the berries are kind of growing. Alright, cool. But we do have a little bit more ways to go, so that's not going to be ready just yet. It's getting there. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely getting there. But we do have kind of other things to do. So, anyways, let me go ahead. Let's stop kind of going about this. And let's get ready to strike out here. We are going to take Obi-Wan. And hope for the best. We're going to be hoping for the best. Now, I will say this also. Expect, for those of you watching on YouTube especially, you might find this kind of like a little bit jarring, if anything. But, there will be quite a few pre-recorded videos coming around in the nearest future, and the reason is I am going on a trip. First stop is going to be to go to Texas, to go visit Preston and kind of gather ourselves up, and then we're striking out for Japan, which should be a fun time. We're going there kind of just to have fun, to record some stuff, and because we've all been kind of interested in going to visit Japan. And I said, yeah, that sounds great, and so we're going. That, of course, is kind of a random excursion, so we're going to go there. It's a fairly long trip, you know, one could say it's a pretty long trip. And because it's a fairly long trip, we're going to stay there a little bit longer than kind of a normal trip length would be, so that is going to be happening. But if you do notice that I have not changed shirts for a long time in the videos, or you feel like they all seem like they were part of one giant stream, chances are it probably was. It probably was exactly that. But regardless, we'll get through things. We'll get through things. I'm sure it will be just fine. And actually, I think that, like I said before, because I have Quetzals now, because I have the industrial forge available to us at this point, I think it's going to be a fairly good time. I think we're going to end up having there's 2 big items left for crafting purposes. The first of which is I have the big item. Hold on, we have to scout. No, that's a Doedicurus and a whole bunch of bad things. Okay. But we have the industrial cooker to make still, and I have to hook that up to irrigation and a whole bunch of other junk. That not being really all that important or difficult, really. That's something to kind of bear in mind, but not something that we have to actively worry about too terribly much. But it will cost some resources. It will take some time to make. I don't think it's going to take too terribly long because we have, again, the industrial forge. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. Let me kind of get my bearings here. All right, we're just going to head due west. And we also, maybe we'll make an industrial grinder. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the industrial grinder. But we do have to work on, after that, we do have to work on our dino squad, for sure. We do need to make a dino squad that's very much meant for adventuring. And also, and probably more importantly, is designed for fighting. We do need to start recruiting some stronger dinos that are more battle ready. We also have to get ourselves some aquatic critters so we can start actually striking out and looking for, I believe there are deep sea crates in this. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's true. I think there are deep sea crates in here. We are going to have to do some Oprah episodes, hopefully, to get some good gear and equipment and whatnot. Ideally, we would like to find some really good rocket launcher stuff. Maybe. But yeah, that's the hope. That's the dream. The dream is that we can get ourselves a very, very lovely set of things like that. Now, we've made it all the way here, and I am going to need to confirm. All right, so I need to go a little bit north, actually. So I think I'm heading northward. Here, I'm going to land for a hot second here and hopefully not instantly die to something that's like waiting around the corner. Oh, is that another Tapiara? Always gotta check. You always gotta check the Tapiaras, boys. Where'd it go? Hello? Tapiara. Oh, what a little nerd. Wow. Okay. I am lined up. I am lined up, ready to go. It's a pterodon. It's not a Tapiara. I don't know why. Ah, dad, I got baited. Alright. So, that's the lay of the land. That's all the different stuff that we need to be doing. We have quite a few things to do. But once we start getting to battle strength, which should be relatively soon, we're going to start doing things like... When I say we're going to start doing things, we're going to attempt to do things like clearing caves and doing boss stuff and, you know, doing my best not to hit the E button over this very perilous time of my life. You know, the normal stuff. Alright. Assuming I am now heading over the falls. Yep. And... Alright, so I believe the plant species X spawns around here. I'm not entirely sure what form it will be in. Hopefully it'll be in its, like, kind of larger form, but... I have no idea how it's going to show up. I don't know what way it's going to present itself. I'm also not entirely sure if it's here. Okay, so random peaceful island. I say peaceful, watch before it erupts and kills me. I do not, however, see plant species X. They're extremely red. They look like super red. Okay, hold on. Let me take a gander here, and naturally I close the window because Choco is the smartest. All right. Blah blah blah. They can be found around the pillars stretching out to the floating island, is what the wiki says. So they can be found on the pillars stretching out to the floating island. Pillars stretching to floating island. That is not the floating island. Floating island is question marks? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Maybe it's this stuff up here? Maybe? I don't know. We're gonna have to go see. We're gonna have to go see if they are up here on these pillars, or if it's like, oh wait, nope. I think it's these ones up here. I'm gonna start freezing my buttocks off, so that's gonna be good. Okay, I'm good, pretty stamina. Pretty good stamina. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. That can't be those. Pillars that are holding up the island, I believe, is what I just said, right? So... what is holding up the floating island? Are we even at the floating island? That should be the first question, and I think the answer is no. I don't think we are actually at the floating island yet. So let's make our way over a little bit more. Perhaps it's this thing? Perhaps it's these giant, like, curling things? Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever played StarCraft, but this reminds me a lot of the Overmind. I feel like it just the way it looks, it reminds me of the Overmind so much, and it bothers me. Because I hated it, then I loved it, and I got pulled all sorts of ways in that storyline. But holy macaroni. Also, for those of you who have been sort of keeping up with me, I've been playing a lot of Zelda Breath of the Wild lately. Great game. Nintendo is not so happy about people sharing it. As such, I am not sharing it. Which is a bummer, because I think that's a great game, but unfortunately it is what it is, so we'll have to see. Are you on top of these? What? Okay. On the center, they can be found around the pillars stretching out to the island. Okay, so not supporting the island. I don't know why I said stretching. But these things, they are stretching out to the island, so I would imagine that they've got to be on these nerds? I don't know where on these pillars they would be. I wonder if they're in nooks or something? But this is literally taken directly from the wiki, so I am... Oh! That's it right there. Anything hostile? Anything that's going to make my day really rough? I don't think so. I think even if something did decide to get rough with me, I think I can handle it with flak. 614 seeds. Yeah, I think that might be enough. That just might be enough plant species X. All right, well, good run, fam. Good run. We did good. We killed it. You know, it was a hard thing of gathering. Tough as nails. Just, man, whew, workout right there. Go ahead, take a break. And no, it's quite hard. All right, just take a moment, have some you time. Okay, it's important to rest. It's not all work and no play. All right, listen here. We have to be balanced individuals. All right, we have to be people that are not going to be dull. All right, we have to live that wonderful balanced life that is ARK and me making 9 million things now, which actually is probably the more daunting prospect of the whole operation. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try and make everything work beautifully, and hopefully Ashley is okay with what we're about to do, because I didn't really consult with her about this plan. Hopefully she's okay with it. Hopefully, yeah. We're just gonna hope for the best. Gonna be good. I have this sinking feeling, this horrible sinking feeling that I'm gonna come back and she is not going to be quite pleased. What? Oh, I thought that was a double-headed Bronto. That was terrifying. All right, let's go. Man, I gotta say, Obi-Wan's a beast. To carry me all this way and just not even really seem to feel it is incredible. Wonderful. Thank you for that, game. You are the best. Poops and stuff. The greatest. Oh my. Stegos and nerds and Lord knows what. Although, you come to me. What? I can't pick you up? That is a filthy, rotten lie, Gamma 3. Nope. Alright, hold on. Are you not an Ankylo, good sir? Ankylo? You are an Ankylo. Would you care to be picked up? Are you picked up? Oh! Don't say anything, alright? Thought I was on a Quetzal. Not sure why. Not sure how that idea got into my brain that I was on a Quetzal, but that's what I thought I was on. I know I do stupid things sometimes, but I'm usually a little bit more on the not super dumb side some of the time. This was not one of those times. This was one of the times where my brain just kind of checked out and never said goodbye, and I didn't know that it checked out. Carby, Spino, Nerd Fettet. Do not want any of you friends. I want to have an Ankylo friend. So please, move, get out of the way. I wish to make an Ankylo friend today. Where are you? I see trikes, I see Brontos, I see all kinds of critters. But guess what I don't see? My Ankylo friend. Oh, Ankylo friend. Oh, there you are, Ankylo friend. And I picked up the Stego, didn't I? Dadgummit. I didn't realize there were Stegos so close to us here. I did not have to go as far as I did when I got killed. Would have been good to know. Would have been good to know a while ago. Alright, so let's go ahead. We're going to cut over. And we're just going to go ahead. I don't even know how I want to tame this guy. I guess it can break thatch. I do know that. It will break thatch. But, I mean, Ankylo is not that hard to tame, if I remember. I think Ankylos are relatively simple and straightforward to tame, so I should just be able to drop them off and just kind of tame them the old-fashioned way. So we hope. So we hope, so we pray, and so we do our dance with death yet again. Alright, so Ankylo, only reason why we're doing it in Ankylo, just so it can grab the metal and I can stay unencumbered and move around freely and whatever else. It also gives it temporary storage for the metal, because Ankylo, of course, will not really have to worry about those kinds of things. I need trank arrows. Every now and then I gotta reach real deep into my brain and attempt to make a full thought. It's scary. You don't want to be in there. My brain is not it's not a safe area. It's just, it's possibly dangerous. Do we take all the spoiled meat? Okay, no. I was going to be like, there is no way we use all the spoiled meat. It's just not possible. We have not collected nearly enough narco berries. Alright. So, spoiled meat. And let's just toss all that stuff into there. Make some rugs. That's going to give us 36, which should be more than enough. And also, actually, while we're on the subject, I probably should also go through the trouble of getting something to harvest berries. I know tortellini can do it, but I mean, tortellini ain't cool, you know? Tortellini's alright, but like, I think we want a Bronto. I kind of want to see what that high of a resource collection rate Bronto would collect. So perhaps we'll see. We'll see what we end up doing, but perhaps we'll tame those two dinos. I still am going to make some defensive points around the base though, because I'm getting real sick and tired of random guys like flying in. All these Dimorphodon really are the ones that annoy me. I don't like the fact that the Dimorphodon are just kind of like rolling up in here, being like, "Yo, this is our turf now." I'm like, "Nah, man, it ain't your turf. It's my turf, friends." I also have apparently lost the Ankylo. Really? Oh, wait, it's right there. Alright. I hear some judgmental people thinking right now. And I'm just going to say, in my defense, it's been a while, all right? It's been some time. Don't judge me. And you fell asleep right on top of a brush. Wonderful. Okay. And let's go ahead and get them berries onto here. Wonderful. And unfortunately, of course, I don't know why I gave you narco berries. Unfortunately, I also dropped the only berry that I actually wanted to particularly feed this nerd, but I threw him away because only the very best of decisions. It shouldn't matter. It's such a low-level friend. I think we'll be fine. All right. But yeah, farming unfortunately doesn't really increase the yield, so I don't know if narcos are really something I want to make farms for. We have historically made them in the past. I just don't see the point. So I'm not going to worry about that too terribly much. Maybe later on down the line we'll make a narco berry farm. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to justify. It really is hard to justify. Then again, I could also just stick to my guns and get a dadgum Bronto, and we could just take one swing of the tail, and then we'll be fed for 3 generations. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Alright. And this one can't be in Kylo Ren. It's a girl. And Brumi 21, or Brumi 15-month resub. 15 months, just like the gestation period of a giraffe. Haha, I love modding for you, Choco. Keep being amazing. Heart. Aw, thanks, fam. And you bought me enough time to think of the name Kylo Renee. Kylo Ren's alter female ego. And totally not shady counterpart. Kylo Renee is totally fine. It's fine. Sounds like a good Star Wars name. As my brain desperately checks to make sure I didn't say Sky Wars again and embarrass myself in front of all you people. God. Just tough times. Tough times. I want to be smart like the other children. They told me it was impossible. Alright, and Kylo Ren. You are going to be great. Alright, so let's go ahead and let it mull its way over. I do believe that Kylo Renee is going to be... Alright, I think it's still following me. Is it? Yeah, it is. Alright, Kylo Renee is still following me. Cool, cool, cool. And then let's go ahead and dip into the smithy. Let's take a look at what the saddle requires. Awesome. Hide, fiber, and metal. Music to my eardrums. And what is this? A parasaur? Yeah. And then a mastercraft. Oh! But we have a super fancy saddle. No, 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 no. I want to make the fancy one. I need 2,060 fiber and almost 4,000 hide. We can make this work. Listen, Renee. There are going to be some people who try to put you down in the world. There are going to be people who just don't understand your brilliance for what they are. You will definitely not get a whole lot of people that understand the stupid things you do, which you will also do in conjunction with the smart things you do. But let me tell you, Renee, you are going to be absolutely worth this wonderful thing that is known as a Mastercraft saddle. You are worth it, friend. And if you're not worth it, then we'll endeavor to make you worth it, because, you know, L'Oreal and stuff. Let's go kill something over there. Let's go take something, claim the life of something a little bit further from home. I don't want to have to live with the guilt every day and remember my terrible actions, so let's go and do this mouse. Yes, it's not. Yeah. Great. Zuba. Oh, the weird, like, sea goatfish right here. Yeah, fighting a trike. Good ideas. All the good ideas. The very best of ideas, really. Just bunches of them. Just tons. Alright, it's getting hurt. It's going down. I'm going to be super encumbered after we take him down, though. Okay, let's not hit the Bronto, though. As hilarious as that would be. Maybe not. Oh. Level 115. Okay. Just killed some, like, ancient relic. Alright. More than enough hide and what I think can only be described as too much raw meat. Which is hard for me to say, because I didn't know such a thing existed, but it's getting there. Alright, just like that, we are good to go. Good to go, move the hide over, get all this stuff done. But yeah, we do definitely need to clear out, like kind of like a safe zone, so to speak. So we're going to definitely try to do that. Whether or not we succeed, different story. Let's leave the Bronto for another time, too. We're kind of... I do want to get the Plant Species X stuff done, so I say that we just kind of... We worry about the Bronto next episode. I think that's fair. I think that'll be good. I think that would be good. Alright, now... Let's see here. Hide. Quite a bit. Okay, have enough hide. Okay, and then fiber. And craft it up! A master crafting Kylo saddle. So, for perspective, 40 is the natural armor, or 25 is the natural armor value of an Ankylo saddle. This thing is rocking almost 3 times the armor, and the durability is way higher. I've never seen the durability of a saddle come into play. I can only imagine that it's just true because it's supposed to be true, but I have no idea. I've never seen it come into play, and I'm kind of curious. Let me take the Quetzal. Just take the Quetzal. We're going to drop off Renee up there, and Renee will be fine. Renee? Thank you, Renee. Nope, and I hit the wall. And now Kylo Renee is living on top of my roof. Wonderful. Alright, Kylo Renee, get your butt up here. And let me... Okay, the metal nodes are indeed still alive. And I believe, yep, there's some brush here for Kylo Renee to actually get more food, which is nice. And Metal Mountain was a very not kind mistress whenever it came to keeping everyone stocked. Also, alright, let's go up. Let's see. Let's take a swing. Let's see how much metal I will get. Alright, Kylo. And Kylo Renee, you are overweight. Great. Awesome. Wonderful. Good talk. The wood? The wood. Alright. Alright, so upgrade the melee damage whatever I can, which apparently is way more than I thought it would be. And let's go ahead, take a swing here. 3, 2, and smack! Holy bejeebus. Yeah. Yeah. I'm good. Yeah, that's perfect. Outstanding. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and actually, whilst I am here, a Quetzal, poop for me? That is not the poop button. What is the poop button these days? Poop button. I know you still exist. Where are you? Add. Okay. Not ready to defecate yet. Well, shoot, man. Why you gotta be this way? I know the buddies are pooping machines, but I was kind of hoping we can get some big poops. Big old poops for the groups. But, alright, it's okay. It's alright, it's okay, it's alright. Miss Duty, can I pick up your duty? And alright, just need you to basically lay some eggs here, if you can. A nice bit of extra materials, you know. You know, whenever you start collecting poop in games, it really makes you question some of the life decisions you made. It really puts certain things into perspective, like picking up poop in a video game. Don't know why, but it is darn useful. Say what you want, but I'm going to have some fertilizer. Can everyone else say that? No. Let's see here. Let's drop that in. Alright, that's going to create a marginal, like a tiny bit of fertilizer. But that's okay, because we don't need a whole lot. We probably are going to want some dung beetles, though, relatively soon. So, crop plots. We are going to need some large crop plots. We're going to need some wood. We're going to need some fiber. Well, we don't need fiber. We're going to need some stone, thatch, and wood, all of which are very doable. And we can probably get that started right here. Let's start off with getting a nice bit of thatch. Get a nice little swing of wood in there. And then let's go ahead and round it all off with a good, healthy, heaping thing of stone. And then we're going to type in the word lar. Going for the word large, and then we're going to craft 7 of these, which I actually think is going to be a lovely number to start off with. So let's go. Very first thing that comes to mind as would not be a bad idea. I do want to add another layer of security to the base, so we're not going to just do plant species X, but let's go ahead and add something right about, can't place underwater, lol, that's underwater, since when? Let's place that like right here. It's not irrigated, that's okay. I mean, I say it's okay, but is it really? I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And now suddenly it has 300 water. It's not irrigated, but it will do. It will do, donkey, it will do. And then I'm just gonna drop it off with 2. Give it 2 things of poop. And then that's going to hopefully grow and start doing its own thing, which will be great. Let's go ahead and do the same exact thing over here. So the idea is that we have to have one safety net. That's the big thing. We need one safety net to catch intruders right from the get-go and kind of hope that it's going to be good enough. Now, we've been getting a ton of rain in this map. Like, an awkwardly large amount of rain. If that rain continues to fall as it has been, we shouldn't ever need to irrigate them. It shouldn't be a thing. If it doesn't continue to rain, if for whatever reason we start getting, I don't know if you can consider it lucky or unlucky, but if we start not getting a bajillion of them, then we may have to kind of reconsider it. But for right now, actually, yeah, I think that's pretty good spacing. That's a lot better than what we had. All right, so let's go ahead, drop that off, get that into there, and give it some poop. Wonderful. All right, cool. So we have some plant species X that are planted for this side. Now, I can't, unfortunately, I don't think I can. Yeah, I cannot actually tell it what to do whenever it grows up. It will take some time to grow up, number one, but number two, it is not going to be something that is instant. It's going to take some time, certainly, for it to grow. And I can't tell it to not target wild things, or not wild things. I can't tell it what to target until it's grown, so I have to kind of keep an eye out for when it's growing and everything else. I think we draw the line here. We draw the line here. It's a little bit tapered. It's okay. All right. Probably one. Let's do it on the higher ground, so there's no instance of it being like line of sight is bad. All right. And then we'll do one on the other side of this rock right here. And you know what? Let's not even bother with watering these. I'm almost positive it's gonna rain. I said that until now I jinxed it, but I'm fairly sure we're gonna get a decent amount of rain coming here in the nearest future. Alright, so that's seeded now. And I don't have any more medium poop. I'm gonna hold on to the fertilizer just because of the fact that the fertilizer we don't have a whole lot of. And frankly speaking, I would rather make sure that our greenhouse crops are well fertilized. I know I didn't do that, but it probably makes a little more sense. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. As the Terminator Squad is not coming back. I do not have plans to bring back the Terminator Squad. The world was never ready for the Terminator Squad. The Terminator Squad was ready for the world, but not the other way around. Alright, nope. That's all the poop you pooped? Really? I thought you pooped way more than that, but alright, whatever. Oakley McDoakleys. So, let's go ahead and zip on over. I do believe that's a yellow drop in the distance. I may have the time to go fetch it. I'm not 100% sure, but perhaps, you know, we may be. Alright. And then we'll just drop off some poop in there. So, for those of you who are able to call forward the rain in the episodes now. It used to be kind of a hassle because, you know, it kind of impaired our vision, and it kind of did all this other stuff. But now we want rain because rain is going to let all of our little defensive systems around the base protect us. So, if rain comes, all the more power to it. You're a cool-looking compy. Please don't bite me while I'm doing this. Please don't call your friends either and also start biting me with them. It's not what we want. I need stone. Lo and behold, stone. Alright, and then 2 more crop plots. Now you might be wondering, Choco, but surely you want to put something closer to the base. Yes and no. So I do think that, so the reason why we're kind of holding off on the plant species X when we get too terribly close to the base is because I want the base defenses to be handled a little bit differently. I want those to be actually running off of the bullets. You might think that's kind of like, why? Like, what's the point of doing that? And my reasoning for that is, if we do it with bullets, I feel like bullets are inherently a little bit more like, okay, I'm going to give you the official reason first. So the official reason is that bullets should be a little bit quicker in travel time and thus hit their targets more often. The actual reason is because I think bullets are cooler than yellow goop shot from a plant. That is why we are doing what we are doing. But again, official reason is what it is. Just saying, you know, just letting you all know that that's that is my story, and I plan to try to stick pretty well to it. Where did I put the other one? Over here? Oh, right here. I couldn't even see it. Alright. And just like that, we have ourselves a small network. This one is going to be just a second layer of defense because there's a lot of beach line that I left kind of unmessed with and whatever else. So I do want to leave that there. We're going to leave the house on its own for a little bit. I do want to make this operate off of bullets. So hope for the best there. We really shouldn't be in a situation, I don't think, where I'm going to have to worry too terribly much about kind of getting all the turrets powered and everything. It should just be one giant line of power for an extra one to set it up for the bridge if we ever do make the bridge, but also, and kind of more importantly, for the roof, because I should just be able to put some wiring up there and it should be fine. It should be okay. But, all right, cool. So now we play the waiting game for those plant species X, and you know what? Yeah, we have a little bit of time. Let's go try to tame a Bronto real quick, and let me go get that yellow drop. Actually, let's just go get the yellow drop. I don't know about doing both those activities, unfortunately. Yeah. It's growing. It's trying. The other ones they have no water in them. I don't know if the seeds will despawn. They may. There's 5 crop plots over there, and we may have to go back to them. I'm not sure. But, you know, here's the hoping that that's not the case. Movement speed up. 259. Pretty impressive. And, hey there, Bronto dude. So, Bronto dude? What level are you? You are level 85, Bronto. You're actually kind of a strong Bronto. I guess I should be really asking the real question I should be asking is, do I have the number of arrows I need to drop a Bronto of that size / level? I think I can. No time like the present to learn. Let's just go ahead. I'm just gonna hang on. Whoop. Wait, are you stuck? Are you stuck, friend? No, you are not even remotely stuck. You are about as unstuck as can be. Are the trees gonna mess with your pathing though, friend? Ooh, it's looking kind of like they're slowing you down. It doesn't really look like they're stopping you. It kind of looks like you're just running rampantly towards me. I'm going to go ahead and head up here. That seems way safer. Okay. And get my cards right. I should be able to just shoot. Shoot. Nope. That would be the ground. That would not be a Bronto, unfortunately. Alrighty, combat music starting. It's gonna try to run away from me, maybe. Oh, maybe it's turning back. It's turning around. Let's see. Man, I don't understand why it does that. Every now and then, I don't know if it's like just the graphics, or if the crossbow's actually getting locked up, but it's almost like the crossbow jams. It's really obnoxious. I don't like it. It's running. It's trying its absolute darndest to get away from me. But friend, let me tell you, you can't solve your problems by running away. You gotta face your problems head on, pal. I know you're not a parapal, but just work with me here. Alright. It's not looking like we have enough tranks. Well, this is awkward. Alright, I know we've kind of done some stuff already, Bronto, but I need a moment. I need just one hot second. We'll be right back. I'll be right on back. Don't you worry. We're going to continue where we left off, but I just need to quickly go grab some stuff, and then we'll be back. Here, let's just go ahead. Zip on in. And let me get some narcotics. And good to see that I have nowhere close to any amount of narcotics here. We always need narco berries. Well, it turns out that I have a whole box of this stuff, and even though I'm a hoarder, I'm willing to part ways with some of it. Not all of it, because I'm a hoarder. And arrow craft. The glorious sound of 100 arrows being built. Yes. The sense of sound is overrated. I have long since claimed that to be true. Alright, and then 100. It's so weird how much slower it goes after a point. Okay, Senor Bronto. Hello, Senor. I am going to be your esteemed capturer tamer today. If you would be so kind as to approach me calmly and let me shoot you straight into the gut, that would be wonderful. You need to take your medication, and it is going to be great. Come on. Oh, baby. Come on. Don't be a little nerd. Bronto nerd! Stop what you're doing. You're weirding me out. You're scaring the children. Okay, so I guess right-clicking kind of fixes that jamming issue. No idea what that's about, but... Alrighty, and... I am an expert marksman in my heart. Alright, and that's what matters here, is that I am a beautiful butterfly in my own mind. I am the greatest of the beautiful butterflies. Ooh, maybe we can land a... Yeah, that might actually be a... Nope. Apparently I dreamed too large. Okay, that is definitely a headshot. Is my crossbow going to break before it tames? That's a rather terrifying prospect. Okay, are you running from me because you're fatigued, or are you running from me because you're being a nerd? I fear it is because you are being a nerd. Please fall asleep. Well, we've hit him with over 40 now. It's gotta be getting close-ish. Come on. I'm really concerned that I'm going to hit it whenever I'm not supposed to hit it, and then we're going to lose some taming effectiveness. Not that it's a big deal. It's not like a max level Bronto or anything crazy, so it's not the world's biggest deal if that were to happen. But I like to tame my critters with relatively decent amounts of taming effectiveness in there. Oh, come on. Bruh. Tame, darn it, come back here. Mr. Bronto, please, do not leave me. I love you. I don't actually love you, but we could be great business partners. I'll teach you how to get yourself so much food. You don't even know what to do with all the food. Holy cow, that scared me. Oh, hey, it's raining. Remember what I said about rain? I'm telling you, I know some stuff. I actually know some stuff about this game called ARK. I know it may be surprising and even somewhat alarming to some of you, but it's true. I know some stuff about this game, sort of. Oh, well, tough times call for tough and desperate measures. Going in. Bum 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 ba na 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 na. Bum 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 ba na na na. Come here, darn it! Ow! I will. Ow! Let me club your leg! This is not working. Okay. So, I feel like we got really, really close, and then just nothing was left to be said. Like, we got close-ish, and then it just kind of ran for it, so all in all, great. All in all, 10 out of 10 would fail again. A bow would make too much sense. Oh. I was just testing you guys. You guys thinking I'm doing all the dumb stuff. Come on. It was a test. It was a test. It was a test of whether or not. Oh, my Tapiara. Obi-Wan is taking damage. From what? From a lowly little Dilo? Of level 5 at that. Wow, are you brave. So, on a scale of mad to angry, how would you describe your saltiness? Okay, the answer appears to be quite salty. Okay, let's go ahead. I need you to fall asleep. Please. Think of the children. And if not, think of me. I'm just saying, the timing of that happened awfully well. Just saying. I might have charmed my way into a Brontosaurus tame. I'm no rocket surgeon. I ain't no dino studier of wisdom, but I do know that I appear to be quite charming to the Brontos, which is in its own right both concerning and extremely flattering, but you know, it's alright. Okay, let's go ahead and drop some miho berries. I really hope it's pronounced miho berries, otherwise I just sound like an idiot. And yeah, I think we're pretty good. You know what? Let's do away with all this other junk in my inventory. I don't need none of that. Wow, that's still gonna take a while. What? Why is it? I mean, I guess miho berries would take a while to tame, but that seems really low for 100 times speed. This don't look right. This what is this? What is happening? This is supposed to be like an instantaneous tame. It's not supposed to be like, I don't know if it's just taking like a really long. Oh, wait. That was weird. It like sped 8 for a while. That was strange. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah, I know the rain sounds annoying. Trust me. I hate this sound more than you would ever believe. Oh. Just saying, I'm a charmer. What can I say? These dashing good looks. Let's be honest, it's not dashing. If anything, it's more like a slow crawling good look. It's, you know, it is what it is. And as someone just observed, with the number of arrow shots it took, had I not missed any of my shots, we would have tamed this thing just fine. But instead, we extended the period it took by quite a handsome bit. Man, you are crazy looking. Is that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's just simmer it on down. I don't know what you're thinking, Dilo, but I don't like what you seem to be up to. I don't want any of that to be true. Come on, little Bronto. Come on, Littlefoot V9436. Come on! We're gonna bring you home, and then I think we're gonna be in good shape. Oh, that shark dog seems real keen on being tamed. Excuse me. Hello? Like, middle of something here. Having a touching moment between a man and his Bronto. Can you not do that? That'd be great. Just saying, we're just having a moment. It'd be nice if they weren't being jerks. Alright, so we'll bring it home. I guess we'll lead off the next episode, guys, because we are a little bit on the overtime side. But we will probably lead off the next episode with us checking out the Bronto. I'll gather the materials for the Bronto saddle if I don't already have said materials for the Bronto saddle. I'm going to murder this raptor. And your outfit look lazy. Just outfit look like laziness. You ain't stylish, you ain't even cool. You have to demoralize the enemy. Alright, anywho, that is going to be it, guys. I hope you all did enjoy this episode. We are, back rekitted, whatever else. But more importantly, we are definitely having some new things come up in terms of our defense system is now coming online. We have an Ankylo now in the metal node, which is good because it's finally going to simplify a lot of stuff. I don't have to use my pick anymore, which is nice. I don't have to organize my inventory anymore, which is even nicer. And also, we are going to have ourselves Narco Berry Collector, among other berries. But yeah, it's going to be good. So we have that. We have, let's see here. Next episode is going to probably be a continuation of this kind of stuff. So we're probably going to have beer barrel, industrial cooker in our future. I don't think we're going to put the machine gun turrets up yet. I don't see a point in doing that yet. So we're going to hold off on that. But I think next episode is going to be about trying to get the industrial cooker and the beer barrel up, just so we can get that stuff kind of in place. The industrial cooker doesn't really require any time for it to really take off, but I think that I probably am going to want to... I'm going to probably want to have a beer barrel start fermenting, I guess would be the right way to say that. What is happening here? Oh, you lost your seed. Wait. What? Oh. Wait a minute. Before we call it an episode, I need to replant these. Otherwise, we would have been doing a bad. I suppose it's because the water was gone? Okay, here. You stay where you are. Okay, this one's growing. It doesn't have a whole lot of water left, but it is growing. Okay. I know there's one here. Okay, so this one is growing. There's two on this little area. That one's growing. That one's growing. There should be one or two more over yonder. Just gonna check the status of these bad boys. And the survey says, well, the survey currently says that not seeded. Dang, we lost some. All right. Well, we replanted them. They have a little bit of water in there. I don't know if the water drain is going to be tremendous, but hopefully they will go. Anyways, I hope you all did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving a like rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you would like to see more and like to know when this is all happening. There may be some other content coming on to the channel, kind of taking ARK off of a once every 2 days rotation. Maybe it'll be something else, so look out for that as well. But anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful, safe day. Take care, everybody, and ciao for... Come here. Glorious. Peace. Ciao for now. Compy, go away.